errors coming that have come from Ivanisevic have been, I think, mainly on the forehand and on the forehand volley.
Armando.
Well, looks as if he's settling into things a bit now. Been out on court for 3/4 of an hour.
Ivanisevic leads 3-1.
Well, the scoring sequence has been exactly the same, a mirror image of the first set. 3-love at the beginning to Ivanisevic, and then Armando getting that next game, 3-1.
That was his first ace. Ivanisevic in this 3/4 of an hour into double figures now. He's 10.
15-love.
He's having to play an awful lot of shots at or around the baseline. Tribute to the length being kept by Ivanisevic.
40-love.
Yes, he's holding his serve with a good deal of comfort. Gives him the set 4-1. One thing that does puzzle me, Bill, is all the way through Wimbledon, every time I bumped into Nicky Pilic, he's Davis Cup captain, who seemed to be, I think, doing a bit of commentary as well. He would tell me mournfully of the condition of Ivanisevic's shoulder, you know, as if he was incapable, really, of playing another match.
Yes, I heard that too, and yet it never seemed to affect him, did it?
And I mean, subsequently here, he's slinging him down again. 12 aces so far.
I think his service rhythm is absolutely beautiful in this match today. Just can't fault it. He is serving so well. Actually, his first serve percentage has sunk slightly to 48, but it doesn't make too much difference because his second serve is so potent. And in its way, asks even more questions because it bounces high, kicks. And of course, he can bang in very fast second serves as well. His average first serve has been 117 miles an hour, fastest 128. So it's been a very impressive and very mature performance, something I don't expect normally from an Ivanisevic match. You know, you get some very wild moments usually. I haven't seen any.
Now, mind you, he's Wimbledon champion, isn't he? You know.
Well, he's living up to it, isn't it? It's as though he's had a stamp put on him. Now, you are Wimbledon champion. From now on, you are a very mature and respected tennis player. And that's how he's playing today.
Yes, I agree.
Wonderful example of the body serve there.
40-15.
Just his second ace. Yeah, he's playing with a good deal more dash now, a little bit more daring.
Ivanisevic leads 4 games to 2.
Quite often in these points between these two players, it has been Armando who's been the one actually pressing a bit more, attacking, and very good solid defence. Once again, unusual for Ivanisevic, playing very cagily. And at the end of long rallies, Armando being the one to make a mistake. He's now playing very safely as well.
15 love.
But his main problem, of course, is to unravel, to return this magnificent serve.
Oh!
15 all.
Well, I suppose you stick your racket out and occasionally that happens.
$15-30.
Was that a foot fault call, Lee?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Frustrating for him.
15-40.
Now we'll see, I think, on these next 2 points, whether Armando's thinking well, because great chance to break back here. See if he plays tight points. Second serve. Double fault, so he's broken back, didn't have to do anything. So it's a lead of 1 set and 4-3 now to Ivanisevic. Don't know what sort of personality there is beneath this red cap. He seemed very calm. Three, four. Definitely more positive.
Tennis is very high class, very short point. Every shot by both men was good. Excellent finish. Good approach, checks, and an excellent volley.
All. Out 15-30.
Well, I didn't hear a call from a line judge, so that must have been an overrule, or at least a rule from Lars Graf. Armando not happy about it. Ivanisevic, I'm not sure what his opinion was. He looked back anyway at it.
Third job. 30-40.
Yes, he's bold enough.
Very good point indeed
Yes.
by Armando. Very quick to go back and collect the lob and then not to do anything outrageous. Just played a sensible shot. Luckily for him, Ivanisevic had not followed his shot to the net, where he would have found a fairly easy volley.
Advantage, Armando.
Got a point to haul the score back to 4-all, second set, having been left 3 down.
Cheers.
A couple of bad mistakes. The double fault, obviously, then on the 30-all point, which I think was a critical point. He went for too much and made a mistake.
Advantage, Armando.
But he's been out there for an hour and he's got his bearings now. And I think it's we're better able to assess quite what his potential is. But he needs this game.
Let for Swiss.
Got it, and it is 4-all, and now it'll be very interesting to see what happens here.
4 games off.
A couple of beautiful sliding cross-court backhands, heavy slice, beautifully played, very safe. And that time it was Goran who ran out of patience. Good effort this to come back from 3-love down.
Yeah, it's left a big gap there.
He still had very little time for the shot, Armando, and played it beautifully.
Love 15.
Fastest serve today for him, 130.
30-15.
That certainly kept him up a bit. Might have become just a little bit too casual.
Juice.
Well, it's his 5th double fault, but he does go for big, ambitious second serves.
Advantage, juice. Advantage, ivanisevic.
Concentration not at its best, but slung a couple down there. Really quite unreturnable. He's back in front again, 5-4, one set to love. As the reigning Wimbledon champion, Ivanisevic is trying to join Sampras in the company of men who've won the US Open and Wimbledon back-to-back. 5 men have achieved this feat so far. Laver, Connors twice, McEnroe twice, Becker and Sampras.
Pretty illustrious list, that, isn't it?
So what do you think about this chap, Bill?
He impresses me. I think his game is good. I can absolutely see why the USTA feel he's worthy of a wild card. His ranking actually is 115, so he very nearly got in on merit. And that's his entry ranking. His race ranking 144, but 141 maybe. No, I think he's a good all-round player. I think he's played himself into absolutely into this match. He was nowhere in it for the first few games, but he kept cool and kept himself under control. I think he's played some very impressive stuff indeed.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a giveaway that when you look at what sort of tournaments he's played on the Challenger circuit, that's the rung below the top. He's played 9 tournaments this year, 8 of them on clay.
Yeah, yeah. Which presumably is why he's spending so much time, force of habit, at the back of the court. I think he could go forward more. He's volleyed pretty well. And he's won 8 out of the 9 visits to the net. So that's a very good percentage, much better than Ivanisevic's, 19 out of 32 visits. Yeah, we'll see it again. A terrific forehand coming up from Ivanisevic. Played perfectly. A lot of topspin on it. Whipping the racket up over the ball.
Set point, 2 sets to 5.
That was a difficult volley, right in the tummy.
juice.
Sensible chap, serving to the forehand. That's where he's got the errors, mishits.
Advantage, ivanisevic.
Yeah, showing his rawness here. Too many mistakes on important points. This is another set point. Uneven performance by Ivanisevic.
Game, second set, ivanisevic.
Yes, 2 sets to love. 6-4, second set. And looks, without really playing that well, he looks to be pretty much in control.
6 games to 4. Ivanisevic leads by 2 sets to love.
For our Sky digital viewers, by pressing the red button on your handset, this menu will appear. By pressing the corresponding coloured button, you can view your desired match. There's been a change of match on the grandstand court. Justin Gummelstob has gone through 6-2 in the 5th, and now John Van Lossen against Tommy Haas is on the green button in about 10 minutes. Back to Goran Ivanisevic, looking good, 2 sets, love up. Phil and Jerry.
Yeah, he's looking averagely good, I'd say. He's playing well enough that he ought to get through this. Of course, it occurs to me that Ivanisevic is having to size up his opponent, who he's unlikely to have seen before, whereas Armando here, I mean, he'd know everything about Ivanisevic. You'd even seen him so many times on television, apart from any other occasions.
There are an amazing number of new names, actually, in the men's and the ladies in this event.
2 sets to love. This is the start of the 3rd set.
Love 15.
Casual. I have a feeling he thought that might have been another double fault then.
I think he played us what I call to my pupils at Hurley and Jerry a Japanese half volley, where
What's
they
that?
don't bend the knees at all, they just bow from the waist at it.
15, 30.
I'm told you terrorise some of your pupils at hurling. Is that
Absolutely.
true?
Yeah, they turn up really to be insulted.
That's his 17th ace. There have been 7 double faults spilled in that time.
And there's one of those regular 123, 4 or 5. So many of his serves have been of that exact pace. He really has served well. Lovely fluent action, that throwing action. The balance is so good throughout the serve. flew wide because he was late on the shot, not surprising.
Left for service.
Come on, coach, that really is an exaggerated ball toss, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I think he loses the rhythm, you see, whereas Goran's is just the right height to fit into the rhythm of the body. This one, he's got really quite a long weight, and then it becomes a physical effort.
$15.30. Third yard.
Very impressive hitting indeed by Armando. Very accurate. And very sensible, going behind his opponent for the last shot.
Armando.
There might even be a slight hint of Jamie Delgado about him as well, too.
One game on.
Goran's farmed a few of these forehand returns of serve. Very agricultural sort of
good
shots.
word. Well, he's looked serious all the way through this. His tennis has been fitful. He hasn't done well enough to make me think he has a realistic chance of winning the US Open. But I haven't seen anyone tip him to do so anyway. Not that that would bother him. Nobody tipped him, as we said right at the start, to do anything at all at Wimbledon, let alone win it.
Ivanisevic.
Least of all, I think,
Ivanisevic leads 2-1.
tipping him to win Wimbledon. He was just aching for that wild card, wasn't he, when he played at Queen's and made no impression there. He was just longing to have that wild card to make one last effort to do well at Wimbledon. Obviously not to win it, but to do well.
I wonder whether the committee at Wimbledon had much debate about whether they gave him the wild card. I mean, his tennis all year had done nothing to warrant one.
No, I think his character, you know, he's a very, very lovable guy.
No, but I don't think they're into
love. But that's not the reason you give him a wild card. That merely means you look at his case and you think, well, here's a fellow who could, he said, I could kill myself after he lost his third Wimbledon attempt to win. his runner-up to Sampras. And he was so close, and he was so close in the Agassi match. He was nowhere near in the second one. What was the score? 4-4 in love or something? 7-6, 7-6, 6 love to Sampras, his second attempt. But the third one, it really ate him up. So, you know, a very good, popular player towards the end of his career. Give him a wild card, let him have his day in the sun. Let's hope it works out and he gets through a few rounds. So he wins it. That's go-around.
It was an extraordinary irony, though, wasn't it? In the end, it was their wild card who put out their member.
Yes, yes, that's the ironic thing of all. There haven't often been more popular wins than his win. The only sadness of it was that he beat the nicest guy around in Pat Rafter.
Love. 15 all.
Something this chap has got to learn. He hits some, you know, 3 or 4 or 5 very, very good, impressive shots on both wings, and then makes an error. That is what he's got to work on.
Achieve your team. Armando.
Well, that's 2 games all in the third set. That's the best start that Armando's made to a set. Just be a timely reproof to Ivanisevic that he mustn't get too slovenly.
15 all. Left for service.
Just stepping up the tempo a bit here.
That's a monstrous serving, isn't it? Hit pretty flat down the middle.
Ivanisevic.
Not just the pace there, the penetration, but the direction. And he's 3-2. 2 sets to love. 1 hour 23 minutes we've had here on the Louis Armstrong Stadium to assess how well he wears the crown. No, that's not the Louis Armstrong Stadium, that's the Arthur Ashe Stadium. And you can see there from the sky that it's a beautiful summer day. It's I think by far the best, nicest, most pleasant day. It's been a bit humid. We've had the odd rain showers, the odd crack of thunder. The forecast going up towards Labor Day weekend is really rather good.
Love. Fifteen all. G15.
Late on the shot again, getting the racket back. Perhaps that change of grip hadn't quite happened also.
Here's a point for 4-2. Didn't rush that forehand volley. Important point. Played it seriously. Good concentration. And it is 4-2.
A sensible point by Ivanisevic here. This one hammered straight at him. There's the defensive self-preservation volley. And there's the put-away volley after it.
So I think we'd say that the Wimbledon champion, if he's concentrating reasonably well, should be entering the home straight here for his first round match.
Love 15.
8 double faults, 20 aces. Patchy.
15 all.
Soon makes amends though, doesn't he? Concentration throughout his career has been a major factor for Ivanisevic.
$15-30.
Now then, he does usually manage to follow a double with an ace.
40.
14.
2 breakback points.
Still superstitious. Give me the winning ball.
Cheers.
Here's a run chap, all right.
He'll wear out that one ball, you see. He'll just go on and on and on. It works in his mind, of course. The ball is getting older as he smites it, but mentally, he knows he's going to win a point with that ball. I hope he is.
Left versus.
Well, that was all fairly standard ivanisevic, and the crowd enjoyed it, all the bits and pieces, personality coming out of it.
Ivanisevic leads 5-2.
5-2, 2 sets to love. I'll tell you what my assessment would be. I think he's played adequately well, Bill. I think what he might be finding difficult post-Wimbledon is that he's not playing as he did throughout that fortnight on this sort of amazing inspiration at the top of the mountain, you know, adrenaline flowing all the time. And I think he might find it quite difficult, you know, just to sort of steady himself down again and get going.
If he's finding it difficult, he's achieving it. I've never, I mean, we must have commentated together on 50 Ivanisevic's matches, and they've always contained uproar, you know, incredible sort of verbal insults at umpires, referees, officials everywhere. Never against the opponents, but always something going on. Well, this calm, resolute senior statesman, I'm not used to it at all. Goran's performance today, it's been hardly changed his facial expressions ever. He's just one game away from the second round now, and he's done what a guy's got to do. Just play steadily and win and serve well.
15 love.
Well, when he's on court, you do tend to focus on Ivanisevic, but you shouldn't forget this fellow. I have been actually very impressed with him and his performance, bearing in mind he's got no experience at all of Grand Slams, no hard court experience. And to cope with a terrifying figure like this in your first Grand Slam event on a major show court, I think has been very impressive.
High 3. I'm just looking at the draw sheet to see what lies before him. What immediately lies before him is a match against one of the noisiest players in the draw, Justin Gimelstob, who qualified.
I can see that being a night match here.
Or a nightmare.
Both.
A lot of fun.
Both.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, two huge fellas. Although he's done nothing to encourage the crowd, they absolutely are encouraging him. Bearing in mind, Jerry, he's playing a hopeful young American prospect here, and a good one, I think. It just shows the popularity of Ivanisevic throughout the world, really.
Let Brussels.
Didn't have much time, didn't have much room. That was a good shot.
13-15.
Ah, now we might have some verbals.
Insolent look at the football judge. He's got 2 match points.
Very much a new man in this match.
I think the football judge shriveled with fear.
First time he's had any emotion throughout the match. That's where he looked before he won Wimbledon, wasn't it?
He was in tears before he won Wimbledon, wasn't he? Well, I didn't hear that. That would be a Croat, I think, up there.
Thank you. Please.
It's going to be out. 25 aces, 1 hour and 36 minutes, and the Wimbledon champion may not quite have looked like the Wimbledon champion, but he did all he had to do. You can't really ask more.
He did indeed. He had obviously a few kind words to a young fellow who had everything was new for him. He played very well in the circumstances. Hugo Armando, and Ivanisevic was Ivanisevic, but a different, new, mature, quiet, controlled Ivanisevic.
Yes, you're not suggesting, Bill, that he's going to stay that way.
God, it'd be boring if he does. I hope he blows up in his next match.
Well, he's never boring, and he wasn't boring today.
No.
And clearly out here, they thought he was just wonderful. Mind you, he's Wimbledon champion, isn't he? You know.
Well, he's living up to it, isn't it? It's as though he's had a stamp put on him. Now, you are Wimbledon champion. From now on, you are a very mature and respected tennis player. And that's how he's playing today.
Yes, I agree.
Lovely team.
Wonderful example of the body serve there.
3-15.
What errors coming that have come from Ivanisevic have been, I think, mainly on the forehand and on the forehand volley.
Armando.
Well, looks to be settling into things a bit now. Been out on court for 3/4 of an hour.
Ivanisevic leads 3-1.
Well, the scoring sequence has been exactly the same, a mirror image of the first set. 3-love at the beginning to Ivanisevic, and then Armando getting that next game, 3-1.
That was his first ace. Ivanisevic in this 3/4 of an hour into double figures now. He's 10.
He's having to play an awful lot of shots at or around the baseline. Tribute to the length being kept by Ivanisevic.
Yes, he's holding his serve with a good deal of comfort. Gives him the set 4-1. One thing that does puzzle me, Bill, is all the way through Wimbledon, every time I bumped into Nicky Pilic, he's Davis Cup captain, who seemed to be, I think, doing a bit of commentary as well. He would tell me mournfully of the condition of Ivanisevic's shoulder, you know, as if he was incapable, really, of playing another match.
Yes, I heard that too, and yet it never seemed to affect him, did it?
And I mean, subsequently here, he's slinging him down again. 12 aces so far.
I think his service rhythm is absolutely beautiful in this match today. Just can't fault it. He is serving so well. Actually, his first serve percentage has sunk slightly to 48, but doesn't make too much difference because his second serve is so potent, and in its way asks even more questions because it bounces high, kicks. And of course he can bang in very fast second serves as well. His average first serve has been 117 miles an hour, fastest 128. So it's been a very impressive and very mature performance, something I don't expect normally from an Ivanisevic match. You know, you get some very wild moments usually. I haven't seen any.
No.
14-15.
Just his second ace. Yeah, he's playing with a good deal more dash now, a little bit more daring.
Quite often in these points between these two players, it has been Armando who's been the one actually pressing a bit more, attacking, and very good solid defense. Once again, unusual for Ivanisevic, playing very cagily. And at the end of long rallies, Armando being the one to make a mistake. He's now playing very safely as well.
15 love.
But his main problem, of course, is to unravel, to return this magnificent serve.
Oh!
15 all.
Well, I suppose you stick your racket out, and occasionally that happens.
$15-30.
Was that a foot fault call, Lee?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Frustrating for him.
15-40.
Now we'll see, I think, on these next 2 points, whether Armando's thinking well, because great chance to break back here. See if he plays tight points. Second serve. Double fault, so he's broken back, didn't have to do anything. So it's a lead of 1 set and 4-3 now to Ivanisevic. Don't know what sort of personality there is beneath this red cap. He seemed very calm. Three-four. Yeah, definitely more positive.
Tennis of very high class, very short point. Every shot by both men was good. Excellent finish. Good approach, checks, and an excellent volley.